we are focusing on the mandatory Spanish language disclaimer for notaries in Arizona, a critical rule for preventing the unauthorized practice of law. This topic is governed by the Arizona Revised Statutes and is a specific testable point on the Arizona Notary Public Exam. The law exists to prevent confusion between the role of an American notary public and that of a notario público in many Spanish-speaking countries. In those countries, a notario público is often a highly respected attorney with significant legal authority, a role far different from a notary in the United States. To combat this potential misunderstanding, Arizona law requires notaries who are not attorneys and who advertise their services in Spanish to include a very specific disclaimer. An exam question will likely test your knowledge of the exact wording. For example, a question might state, an Arizona notary who is not an attorney places an ad in a local Spanish-language newspaper. What notice must be included in the advertisement? The correct answer is the verbatim text from the statute. You must know this text precisely, as the exam could provide similar but incorrect options as distractors. The required Spanish wording is, no soy un abogado. No estoy autorizado para ejercer la abogacía en Arizona o cualquier otro estado. No puedo dar consejo legal. This translates to, I am not an attorney. I am not authorized to practice law in Arizona or any other state. I cannot give legal advice. A common exam trap involves presenting variations of this disclaimer. For instance, an incorrect answer choice might omit the phrase or any other state or change legal advice to notary advice. Only the exact wording is correct. Another trap is to ask when the disclaimer is not required. Remember, this rule applies specifically to advertisements in a language other than English. If the advertisement is only in English, this disclaimer is not mandated. The exam might also try to confuse this rule with the separate but related prohibition against using the term notario or notario público in your advertising. While you cannot use that term, the requirement to post the full disclaimer with any Spanish ad is an additional, distinct rule. A helpful way to remember the three parts of the disclaimer is the mnemonic ALA, standing for abogado, ley, and asesoramiento. This reminds you that you must state you are not an abogado, attorney, you are not authorized to practice ley, law, and you cannot give asesoramiento legal advice. Failing to include this notice when required is a serious offense. Violating this advertising rule can be classified as a felony and will result in the permanent revocation of your notary commission. The exam will expect you to understand the gravity of this violation, linking it directly to the core notarial duty of preventing fraud and the unauthorized practice of law. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.